So I don't know if you know much about and I'm okay. Warning time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say a lot of shit wrong today.
Cool.
This is the she or the z or the shi. I've heard it pronounced a myriad of different ways, and then I looked up how to pronounce it. It's spelled shi. So I looked up how to pronounce this, and I couldn't get a solid answer. And then when I looked up how to like say it phonetically, I got Japanese, and I'm like, this is Chinese, not Japanese.
Wait, I know someone that can tell me this right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're in the other room. Do you want me to go get them?
Yeah.
BRB. Okay. Guest star, Aislinn.
Hey.
Wait. Are you... Hey. How are you?
You could just Google she.
Yeah, but how do... What
That
is
sounds
this?
like effort.
That's kanji. I
That-
can't
that's
read
kanji? You
kanji.
can't read kanji?
I can read like maybe 40 of
Because
them.
we don't know how to pronounce this.
She. It says it right there. She.
Yeah, but people think it's shi.
No, it's she.
Z.
Okay.
Oh my god, no.
Z?
No,
yeah,
she.
I've heard Z.
People say that it's Z.
If
G,
people
like
didn't
G.
think it, you're a Japanese. It's she.
Okay,
No, but
it's
this isn't
definitely
Japanese.
she.
It's
It's
Chinese.
100% she. They don't have a G in their language.
No, but
Apparently
they
it's
do.
Chinese. Or is
yeah.
that definitely kanji?
Well, see, the Japanese got kanji from China.
Oh, they stole it.
Yes, but some kanji have different meaning in Japanese and Chinese.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Cool.
No, but this is
I'm
pronounced
taking no more
Z.
language classes.
Can she not hear
Could
me?
be Japanese or
No,
Chinese.
she can't hear you.
But tell her it's pronounced like
Go on.
Z, like the letter Z, not G.
Apparently, this is pronounced
Like
like, the
G.
letter Z, like Z.
No, it's not. Oh, well, in Chinese, I guess it would be. In Japanese, they don't fucking have that.
But this isn't Japanese.
All right. Yeah. This isn't Japanese. It's Chinese.
Well, yeah, then it's G.
Alright.
Whatever. I didn't take Chinese.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was a Domino's app level of frustration. Can we leave that in? Is she gonna be cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the she. I feel like we didn't learn anything from that. They are a major faction in San Francisco. They are reclusive and They are reclusive researchers, and they stay out of wasteland politics. The active she right now are all ancestors of crewmen of the Chinese sub Shi Hong Ti. It was a beached sub that washed up on shore in San Francisco sometime after the Great War. Despite extreme levels of radiation, they managed to get a foothold in the city, in the former Chinatown. The submarine was stripped of its subsystem and was repurposed into rebuilding of Chinatown, and they named themselves after the sub, the Shi. By 2242, they were a major research. They were one of the major research development houses. The remote location and the presence of various gangs and cultists in San Francisco helped them stay isolated and independent. Now, just a quick kind of like saying what the Shi are, like that. I have a little thing about San Francisco. This is from the Fallout 2 official strategy guide and secrets.
Ooh.
San Francisco was hit hard by nukes, but it didn't kill the city. Instead, it just mutated it into something a bit weirder. You'll have to make your way past an oddly revived Chinatown, post-nuke punks, and a bizarre group of cultists called topologists. Maybe San Francisco hasn't changed all that much. Like I said, that's from the official Fallout 2 guide book. Even pre-war, San Francisco was considered a weird city. It was hit hard during the Great War, but much of the city is this is exactly quoted from the wiki, a husky and strained ruin. Yeah, humanity clung to the city, however. You can also find the PMV Valdez here, which is an ancient oil tanker sitting at the docks, filled with centurions, filled with centaurs, and various other wasteland abominations, such as Wendigos and
Wendigos.
Wendigo. All right, don't fucking make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
Wendigos and floaters. Some say that the Enclave placed the fucking Wanamingo. Say it for me again.
Wendigo.
Wendigos and the floaters and the centaurs as a deterrent of using the PMV Valdez to get back to the oil rig. But this isn't really confirmed. It's on the wiki, and I get all my lore from fallout.wiki.com. But it's not like a confirmed thing. It said it needed citation. I just wanted to say it. It might just be a rumor that is like maybe something they wanted to put in game, but they never had the chance to or something. But yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Back to the Shi. So their society, due to their isolation, they kept much of their cultural roots, their clothing, their language, their demeanor. A feudal society with strict hierarchical organization. Normally the leader of the Shi is the emperor, but their emperor is a computer, so they have a head advisor, Ken Lee. Under Ken Lee, is the Shi Guard, a highly effective fighting force, the sole purpose to protect the Shi and San Francisco and the research development branches. The Shi has spies all over San Francisco, so they know what's going on at all times. So it's if you look at a map, can you grab that map that we often go back to?
The one that's like the real life looking one.
There's one we have of like it's a faction map. I know it's in our private Discord, like our show notes Discord. This isn't the greatest quality of map, but you can see that part of what I believe is the purple.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm looking at, that's all San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's them. They own that shit and they run it like a fucking well-oiled machine.
Honestly, it's crazy that they can like maintain that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the bottom little thing at the bottom says the Shi. Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. They have all of that. Like they have the entire city. And to enforce all of the rules, they have the Guard. They are small but effective fighting force equipped with high-tech weapons. Their primary mission is to protect Chinatown and its inhabitants. Their basic kind of characteristics are they have loose clothing, and they just kind of look bored all the time. By 2241, the Shi remain outside of the power struggle like the Brotherhood of Steel. They hate the Hubologists, which we're getting a Hubologist episode, don't worry. They are stuck in a power struggle with Hubologists. They will do anything to make sure that they can get rid of the existence of them by any means necessary. Now, where the Shi really shine, by the seashore, is their technology. One of the most advanced factions in the Waste, surpassing the Brotherhood of Steel, like, a lot. Like, wow. a lot. They're considered they have considerable industrial capability, and they can manufacture high-tech weapons. They can manufacture high-tech military weapons for their own military and for trade. They have the ability to restore pre-war T-51 power armor to working condition, and they sell it through affiliated traders.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they are newly rediscovering nuclear power and considering methods of space travel. They synthesized a new fuel using plant extracts and sea life. Using pre-existing pipelines, they can redirect fuel to a number of areas. They have new weapons research. They have made a polymetric combat armor that enhances enhanced heat and penetration resistance. They also have vertibird schematics, and a prototype can be built within a year. And in an additional year, they can start making vertibirds in mass quantities.
That's insane. How have they not taken over all of the NCR?
They don't want any part of it. They want to stay to themselves.
Well, dang.
There's in Fallout 2, I know you can get to a point where you can talk to them about like trying to get involved with like the NCR and the Brotherhood and everything, and they're like, they are years behind us. They're like, we are so far ahead of them that it's not even funny. They can make vertibirds.
That's just nuts. That's nuts to me.
They understand nuclear power, and not just how like Vault City is like, hey, we're still using our generator that worked forever. They're rediscovering how to use it.
Like, they actually know how to use it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to turn it on. They know how to use it.
Yeah. They have radiation resistant plant life.
How do they even do it? How do they do it?
Because you know what I think it is, and I mean, I think, and I don't know this, but this is just what I'm getting. Chinese culture is very reserved. Someone once told me that during one of the longest emperor reigns of the dynasty of China, they were so reclusive and so shut off from the rest of the world that they went out and said, okay, let's see what the rest of the world is up to. And they went out and checked everything out and goes, okay, everybody's either where we are or about 50 years behind. We don't need to go out and see what's good. Burn the boats.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
And then like they were like, all right, we're done. So I think it's just they were trying to play with that whole, their civilization never really changed because they were reclusive to begin with, and they stood reclusive. You know what I mean?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. They're radiation-resistant plants. There is a doctor whose name is Dr. Long Wang. His experiment... Sorry?
Of course.
Yeah. He had an experiment to inject himself with FEV to make super soldiers, and it failed. His departure fused with Dr. Shang's botany department. The research culminated in a radiation-consuming vine. The research of Dr. Shang's botany department with the FEV department that was Dr. Long Wang's, when they both came together, they made a vine that could consume radiation, and it was put into effect sometime after the Enclave oil base was destroyed. Meaning, this plant sucks up radiation, and there's no rads there whatsoever. It is clean.
It's a street sweeper.
Yeah. It's probably, like... We said on the episode about Vault City that Vault City is probably the most successful vault. This is probably the most successful settlement or faction, that we know of. There's not a lot about them. The thing about space travel, the original idea for Fallout 3 before Bethesda bought it was that by the end of it, you were to go into space to a bomb satellite.
Ooh.
Which we talked about once before, and I think
you're right.
I think the she had something to do with it, but I'm not 100% sure, and I think that's where that comes from. Conrad Kellogg, I don't know why I said his full name. Kellogg is from the West Coast. When you go through his like brain piece thing, they reference the NCR
His
and they
brain piece.
You know what I'm talking about. You go through his fucking memory, the memory den. There's they talk about the NCR, and they talk about, like, if you watch the one thing when he's like cooking dinner with his wife, I remember this vividly because I remember going, what the fuck is going on in San Francisco? You can see the Golden Gate Bridge out of his window, which would be super interesting to see now, even if it was just like, instead of like 2242, like if we can see it at like the 2260s, because one, really neat. I'd like to see what's going on the West Coast again, but two, did you know that the Golden Gate Bridge, I think it takes 2 weeks to paint because of how big it is? Yeah, you
mentioned this before.
I don't know if I've said it on the show, but I've probably said it to you before. I think it takes 2 weeks to paint, and by the time they get done painting it, they go back and repaint it because of how much the salt water affects the paint.
Wow.
So I can only imagine.
They just get better paint.
Oh. I can only imagine what the bridge looks like now.
Well, it must feel like this rusty, dusty mess.
But is it all dilapidated? Did she come in and fix it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are questions. I need answers.
Well, go get them.
Where?
Go to California and drop a nuke.
That sounds like you're trying for me to start terrorism.
No, I am not. I do not condone that.
Yeah, there's not much on them. I know there was some Fallout 4 Creation Club stuff that was you could get like a paint job that made your weapons and or armor look like she stuff. But I think it was just like a red with a gold dragon. Their logo is a dragon. There's a picture. There should be a picture on screen somewhere of what their. There should be a picture of the Steel Palace somewhere on here. A lot of the submarine, the She itself, was used to build up that palace. And again, it was just a lot of them staying reclusive to who they were and kind of staying hidden and out of everybody else's business. Do you have anything else? You have anything you'd like to say, my friend?
I literally knew nothing about the She, so this is kind of my first little dive into it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think they're super interesting, and I'd love to see more from them.
Yeah, I really want to know, like I would like to see in some variation how big they've gotten, or if they just said, let's just stay in San Francisco. I want to know if they, like, imagine them having their own vertibird system that they can use, like having their own power armor.
Uber Air.
Haha. Yo, have you seen some of that shit?
No.
Uber helicopters are the way to go.
They're cool as hell.
Dude, I saw something that it was a picture that it was around Christmas. Someone got off at an airport and was like, oh, I have to Uber to my apartment. And to take an Uber helicopter was actually like $10 cheaper.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the whole trip was going to cost about $100 and change. But
did they do it?
I don't know. It was just a picture.
That'd be so cool.
One of my cousins works at this like marketing firm or some shit in Manhattan, she was telling me, and people will spend a weekend in upstate New York, and then Monday morning they'll leave Friday. They'll take an Uber helicopter there. This is people with like money, like stupid money. They take an Uber helicopter there on Friday night after work, go there, like do everything on the weekend that they're going to do. And then Monday morning at like 4 or 5 a.m. take an Uber helicopter to work.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some bougie shit.
Yeah.
That's like, I only shower in Fiji water. Like,
imagine living with that much money.
Like, what would you do?
Hold on.
Before we get onto this, is there anything you'd like to say?
No, sir.
I would like to see power armor that's She made. I want to know if it's better or worse, and I want to know if it has like a little made in San Francisco logo or something on it.
That'd be really neat.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be really cool.
So, and like, who are they selling it to? And are they must be using it? Like, it's a whole fucking economy, dichotomy? I don't know what dichotomy means. What does dichotomy mean?
A breakdown between two things.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then not that word. Like, it'd be like I'd like to see the implication of what they're doing expanded.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I think it'd be really interesting.
I think if my top 3 places I want to see the next Fallout take place is Texas, maybe somewhere south where we can kind of get a hint of what what the Legion has done after the events of New Vegas. New York, duh.
Of course, yeah.
And back on the West Coast.
I'd love to see another West Coast Fallout because we've literally haven't got that since New Vegas. And that wasn't even the coast, that was the desert.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the She.
Cool.
Atomic Radio Hour.